Dear students of LH, SE, LS, and JS sections, this is session number 2 in Guidelines to Expository Essays, in which we are going to talk about cause and effect and problem solution essays. By the end of the session, you will be able to identify the parts of cause and effect and problem solution essays, use graphic organizers, write a proper thesis statement for each type, identify organizational patterns, use transitional words properly, and develop cause effect and problem solution essays. And we're going to start with cause and effect essay. Let's watch this video, which gives you an idea about the concept of cause and effect.
Cause and effect. I got into big trouble yesterday. It all started when I was walking my dog Puddles. Puddles saw my cousin Dana on her way back from the grocery store. She broke off of her leash, jumped up on Dana, and Dana's groceries spilled all over the ground. And that wasn't even the worst of it. An innocent bypasser, just walking along, slipped on a banana. Yeah, and it gets worse. He bumped into a police officer who blew his whistle, and his partner sped up like it was a crime scene. There's a lesson in all of this. Look out for causes and effects. An effect is something that happens, like Dana spilling her groceries. A cause is why that thing happens. In this case, because Puddles jumped up on her. An effect sometimes has more than one cause, like the police officer blowing his whistle. It happened because the man slipped, because Dana dropped her groceries, and because Puddles got off her leash. A cause sometimes has more than one effect. Look at all the commotion Puddles caused. Oh, and there's another lesson in all of this. Never let Puddles get off her leash.
Let's start with a quote by James Hansen. Global warming isn't a prediction, it's happening. So we're going to use global warming throughout the slides when we work on developing the cause and effect essay. What are some causes and or reasons for global warming? Deforestation, burning fossil fuels, and littering. These can be causes or reasons for global warming. This means that deforestation, burning fossil fuels, increase in carbon footprint all lead to global warming. So these are what we call the causes for global warming. So here you ask yourself, what am I focusing on here? To determine the causes, ask, why did this happen? So here, I'm focusing on the causes of global warming. Now let's have a look over some effects of or results of global warming. Global warming is caused by many factors. When it happens, it leads or it has some results such as climatic change, coastal flooding, droughts, decrease in agricultural productivity, death or extinction of some animals. And this means that global warming leads to increase in the Earth's temperature, droughts, coastal flooding, climatic change, etc. Again, what am I focusing on here? To identify effects, you can ask yourself this question. What happened because of this? The effects of global warming. So when you answer this question, then you are writing the effects of global warming. For a cause and effect essay, we can use a T-chart. A T-chart is a graphic organizer that will help you identify, understand, and remember multiple causes and effects of a certain topic. Check the following example. Global warming, causes, which focuses on causes, and then we have to the right the effects, focusing on effects. So if you look at the left part of the chart, we have the causes or the things that cause global warming. Burning fossil fuels, increasing the carbon footprint, deforestation, accumulation of greenhouse gases. To the right, we have the effects of global warming, such as coastal flooding and rise in sea levels, droughts, shortage of water, drop in agricultural productivity, and extinction of animals. When you write a cause and effect essay, number one, start by a general statement. Narrow your ideas down till you reach the thesis statement that introduces the causes or the effects of the topic discussed. 3. The thesis statement has to be clearly stated. 4. Introduce your main idea using the terms cause or effect. And now, write a clear and correct thesis statement on the following topic: effects of burning fossil fuels. A good thesis statement can be something like, burning fossil fuels leads to air pollution and causes respiratory diseases. And now it's time for you to develop your cause and effect essay on global warming. Make sure you introduce the topic, narrow it, and write your thesis statement. Develop your body paragraphs focusing on either causes or effects or both. And here we talk about the last type of expository essay, which is problem-solution essay. And again, watch this video which explains the concept of problem solution.
Created using Powtoon.
So by definition, a problem solution essay is an essay that starts by identifying a problem, then proposes at least two or more solutions. Now these are the parts of a problem solution essay. First, introduction. In the introduction, you address your prompt, and of course you write your thesis statement. Then in the body paragraphs, you identify the problem. You can ask yourself some questions starting with what, when, who, where, why, etc. All these questions can help you identify the problem further. Then you offer a solution, which can be sometimes more than one solution. Then you justify the solution. In other words, mention why your solution is good, or mention the benefits of your solution. And finally, the conclusion, where you call for an action, for the reader to use your suggestion, what will happen if your solution is not used, and so on. How to plan for the problem solution essay. First, identify the problem. Narrow it down and the factors making it a problem. In other words, why is this a problem? So if you say global warming or traffic jams, why is this a problem? So identify it. Second, brainstorm a list of solutions, at least 4 or 5. Third step, Narrow the solution list to two. List accessibility and visibility of solutions. Select the best solution. When you say the best solutions, think about these solutions you suggested. Are they feasible? Are they achievable? And so on. And the last thing, list as many details or explanations as possible as to why your solution is the best. And this again gives you a kind of credibility. Why do you think these solutions are the best? Why I, as a reader, should take your solution into consideration? A T chart can also help here, where you list the problems and the solutions. On one part, answer the questions of who, what, where, when, why, and how, and this gives an idea about the problem. And on the other side of the T chart, you put you list down your solutions and put a star beside the two that you can best defend. Now remember the outline of a problem-solution essay. The first paragraph is the introduction, and it contains the hook, the background information, and your thesis statement. Then the first body paragraph is the problem in detail. So you explain the problem in details in the first body paragraph. In the second body paragraph, you write the first solution to the problem, and you can mention some objections of people. So some people might object to your solution. Mention these objections and defend your solution. The third body paragraph contains the second solution to the problem, and again write possible objections, if any, and finally the conclusion. So this is the outline of the problem solution essay. Introduction: use a hook to gain the reader's attention. Address the prompt. The first body paragraph describes the problem. Remember who, what, when, where, why, and how. Why is it a problem? Why should the reader care? Why do we need to solve the problem? Second and third body paragraphs describe the solutions. What are the steps that must be taken for the solutions to work? Specific details. Who will be involved? Where, when, how, etc. Visibility, possible objections. And finally, the conclusion, call to action. Convince the reader that he or she needs to act. Remind the reader of the benefits of the solution or the significance of the problem. And finally, this is a list of references and links used in this presentation. And again, greetings from the author, Mr. Muhammad Al-Amin, and the coordinators, Mrs. Samia Abu Hamad and Dr. Lubna Naami. Thank you so much.